Damn, Juan-o, you know what? I'm not fucking with your ass no more. I'm tired of you trying to play me like I'm a fucking option and shit. Like, you know I fucking love your ass, dog. You fucking...
Man, what up, though, y'all? Yo, in this world, recently, period, women deserve to be supported. But there has been a rash of women that we supported that has abused the power that was achieved from what we supported them, from the position we supported them having. And this is going on with these trucking gurus, these Airbnbs gurus, and politicians. Now this one right here, I normally don't get into this type of stuff because it's real touchy-feely. But this one right here, man, check this out. Let's check this.
Think what happened to the city of Dalton when they somehow foolishly elected Tiffany Henyard. And oh yeah, she's been doing everything her way, the way that doesn't work. Not only has she been criticized for overspending and taking luxury trips to Las Vegas.
You make almost $300,000 between your two elected positions.
I do not. I don't know where you got that number from.
We got it from her own village and township records.
These are tax dollars.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas?
Now, fellas, that's the face of a lying-ass bitch. Facts. Now, where this gets bad at is we have allowed women like this to represent women as a whole. And the reason why we allow that is because women as a whole get behind women like this when they got something going for themselves and support. And they make us support. And then they typically, or at least they used to, ignore and make excuses or not engage. But I got a feeling this time something is a little bit different. Look at that face, though. You see how she lied with a straight face and a smile? That's dangerous.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
What is that?
No comment.
She's also been severely over budget in her city.
When at the end of the day, you're making decisions and spending money and then get mad when we don't approve it because it's not financially sound. I sat here and looked at a lease that y'all paying $149,000 for one of them trucks. You make absolute, that's like when you're 19 years old and you go get a car and the interest rate 27%. That makes absolutely no sense.
But nevertheless, she thrives anyway. But some other information has come out about her, and that is this. Unfortunately, Tiffany Henyard has been having a lot of problems in the city of Dalton. Not just finding.
I gotta ask, do women actually feel like that big wig and weave is attractive?
It's not just budget, not just giving people attitudes, no. She also makes bad decisions, which we already knew, but this one was a costly one. Real one, Nemo? Back in 2021, Mayor Tiffany Henyard made a hire of a man by the name of Lavelle Redmond as a code enforcement officer, a job in which he goes into homes and businesses to inspect them and make sure they're up to code. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Give a round of applause, Nemo. But wait, stop the show. The problem is, Mr. Lavelle Redmond is a registered SEGS offender. He's on a certain registry because of that. He spent 24 years in prison after pleading guilty, taking part in something very horrible that happened in 1991 that had to do with some younger women. That's all I would say. But people were very upset about this. Just imagine this guy with the mayor, who obviously you would know, has this on his record, coming into people's houses. Now, let's hear what some people have to say about that guy.
We pay tax dollars in Dalton. We tax dollars in Dalton
Frustration growing in South suburban Dalton after a Fox 32 investigation uncovers a registered child offender was recently put on the payroll.
Now some residents are calling for the mayor's resignation.
Dave Placco first broke the story and reports the pressure is building at Village Hall.
We want transparency.
About 20 Dalton residents and a couple trustees protest outside Village Hall today, furious after a Fox 32 investigation found this registered child offender on the public payroll.
Offender, you don't give them carte blanche to go into different people's homes.
46-year-old Lavelle Redmond is close friends with Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Now let me pause for a minute. I, as a father, I do have a problem with people that commit those type of crimes. I do. I, as a citizen, do think they should be able to earn an income. But then I also feel like they should never be let out of jail. You know, they put a lot of people in jail for a long time. I feel like those should really be those people. But nonetheless, I digress from that specific topic. And no, he should not have been allowed to be, if he got a job for the city, he should not have been allowed to be going in people's homes. He could have got a different job.
Who in September hired Redmond as a code enforcement officer without the village board's approval. Redmond served 25 years in prison for the brutal gang and beating of 2 young teenage girls in the 1990s, and was arrested and charged after our first story aired for violating the reporting requirements of the offender registry. But Mayor Henyard says her friend deserves a second chance, infuriating a number of Dalton residents.
Dalton's going to go down if these people are, they just need to get out of office as a whole.
You'd like to see that?
They need a recall on the mayor.
Fox 32 has also obtained this cell phone video showing Redmond interacting with the mayor and little children at a back-to-school event in Dalton. Notice the badge on his waist.
I think it's deplorable that you've hired a person that has a history that he does, and you've given him a badge and a car to roam our village.
Eventually, he got fired. Hold on, but that's not all. You see, trustees were complaining about another hire. Former Circuit Court Clerk Dorothy Brown, and this guy, the one who has the offender thing, people are saying that him and her are boyfriend and girlfriend. Take it, ooh, sound effect. Wow. And the stories just keep getting worse and worse and worse. And the reality of this is that we can say, well, you know, they're just hating on her because she's a black woman, and if she was white, no one would care about what's going on. You know, you guys are racist, and you guys are jealous, and you're just haters. I mean, that could be said if you would like us to say that, but the reality is the biggest critics of this woman are not black men. They are black women themselves. You see, because black women are tired of Tiffany Henyard.
She shooting rap videos. She ain't got no wedding ring on her finger.
And this is what I want to talk about, because when Tiffany got hired, I'm pretty sure it was black women that wanted to see a sister like her get it together. But of course, she can't get it together. And a lot of times you see some of these public officials, be it men or women in black leadership, they're supposed to be out there protecting and serving our people. Unfortunately, they protect and serve themselves. Stop the show. Make sure you protect and serve me by subscribing and hitting the...
Man, that's a lot of weave and wigs. Man, I personally don't exactly know what to say about that. The point the young brother was making, I think that's O'Shea Duke Jackson. The point he was making is absolutely positively correct, because you see a young woman like that, your woman gonna make you support her. You want peace in your house, you vote for her. And then she get to ruining businesses and life functions in your city, and it's like, well, what do you do at this point? At the very least, she's guilty of some of that shit. And at the very least, she's being very distasteful, especially as a mayor. And the problem with these type of situations is women make us men support women, and when they do stuff like that, other women don't call them out once we as a community put them in power. You know what I'm saying? And that is why all women have been getting a bad rep from men. and it's not deserving. And in this situation here, I must say it's reinvigorating to see women being the one to call this out and expose this and do something about it. With that being said, we out.